When you are once out upon its bosom, you have left all traces of modern England behind you. I have safely arrived at the heart of Dartmoor, and am staying at the Duchy Hotel in Princetown, just a stone's throw from the notorious prison. It is an ominous place. As we speak, I am enjoying the views out of the window from my writing desk. Distant Dartmoor looms through the mist. I look forward with great anticipation to my days of exploration, which will help me develop my latest Holmesian tale. I would like to tell you some of my experiences and how they appear in that most ghastly of stories. I return after today's expedition out onto the expanses of Dartmoor, full of stimulation, ideas and thoughts about how this desolate landscape can inform my latest story. My guide took me to the very edge of a vast tract of boggy ground, here called Fox Tor Mires. I shall rework that in my yarn to become the Great Grimpen Mire. We walked on, and not so very far away was a rather tumble-down farmstead, Nuns Cross Farm. Its location close to Fox Tor Mires inspired in me a location for the home of the villain of my piece, Stapleton. We had come to a point where a narrow grassy path struck off from the road and wound away across the moor. A steep, boulder-sprinkled hill lay upon the right, which had in bygone days been cut into a granite quarry. The face which turned towards us formed a dark cliff, with ferns and brambles growing in its niches. My companion took me to a large circle of stones in which others were arranged as huts in a village. This, he informed me, was Grimm's Pound, that had been inhabited in the deep past by an ancestral race who made a living on these slopes. This detail cannot be overlooked, and I absolutely shall include it. My dear Holmes, when you are once out upon its bosom, you have left all traces of modern England behind you. But on the other hand, you are conscious everywhere of the homes and the work of the prehistoric people. On all sides of you as you walk are the houses of these forgotten folk, with their graves and the huge monoliths which are supposed to have marked their temples. As you look at their grey stone huts against the scarred hillsides, you leave your own age behind you. There is also a local tomb that we visited in the grounds of the church of Baskervilles, of a particularly unpleasant character whose misadventures are retold as a warning to others who misuse their power and influence. I found all of these sources very helpful when writing. Dartmoor has provided such inspiration for this tale. I found in my walks hereabouts that the mist could infernally rise at any time, often obscuring the best views. The way mist, fog and low cloud crawled and crept over the landscape gave drama to every scene. The moon was shining bright upon the clearing, and there in the centre lay the unhappy maid where she had fallen, dead of fear or fatigue. But it was not the sight of her body, nor yet was it that of the body of Hugo Baskerville lying near her, which raised the hair upon the heads of these three daredevil roisterers. But it was that, standing over Hugo, a hound it was, an enormous coal-black hound, but not such a hound as mortal eyes have ever seen, which broke upon us out of the wall of fog. My dear Holmes, The longer one stays here, the more does the spirit of the moor sink into one's soul. It's